Hello, and welcome to Vlogmas 2019, which is the year that it is, and it's December, so it's time for this thing, which I did last year, and I enjoyed it enough that obviously, here we are again. I'm gonna do it, even though, honestly, like, doing videos exclusively for YouTube is super weird for me, and I've like moved a bunch of lighting equipment and shit into my room so I could record this because I kind of want it to be different than just, hey, it's Adam sitting at his computer. But if you tuned in for any of Vlogmas last year, you're already going to know this, but I'm going to tell new folks what Vlogmas is about. So technically, I think it's supposed to stop on Christmas, but last year we went all the way through and did the whole month. But basically every day I'm going to create a new little vlog. I imagine they're going to be about like 10 minutes. Some might be shorter, some might be longer, some might be just me, some might be me and other people. Vlogmas is an excuse for me to make some video content that isn't like my usual content, that is short form, has nothing to do with games, usually, sometimes, and that I get to do every single day, which is both a challenge and kind of exciting. I like the format. I had a really nice time last year doing both a combination of sort of planned videos, where I was like, I'm going to do a video about my camera collection, or I'm going to do a video about whatever, food that I ate today. But the point is that I get to do little short form content where I kind of just get to hang out and talk about whatever I want with no pressure, and I can edit it up and I can post it. And we're going to do one of these every single day for all of December. But that being said, I kind of picked well, I didn't pick anything. Somebody else invented Vlogmas, but it's kind of going to be a busy first 2 weeks for me. I have almost immediately, in a couple of days from now, I'm going to be driving to Seattle, getting on a plane, flying to Hawaii, hanging out in Hawaii, reading books, drinking beer, I don't know, looking at the ocean. What do people do in Hawaii? I'm going to be doing that for the whole first part of the month, right? And I'll be back just in time to get on another plane and go to St. Louis and do a live episode of Court of Swords. And then I fly back, and then the rest of December is much less busy. So the plan is to do one of these every day, but they might be days in the sense that you'll get two of them in one day, or we might miss a day just in that first 2 weeks, just to try to like keep doing the content. My hope is that I can do one every day, but it might not happen that way. Just kind of like warning you in advance, which is weird because I'm doing this for fun, so I shouldn't have to warn you. Anyway, don't worry about it. You've got lots of fun little bits and pieces of content coming out from me more or less every day during Vlogmas. So my hope is that I'm going to get to show you a little bit of my trip. I'm going to get to show you a little bit of the behind the scenes of roleplay. Maybe we'll hang out with Max and Dan and Zeke and JP and Scoots, and maybe I can get some of them to jump in and say hi with me. And I'm going to be talking about, honestly, the kinds of stuff that I talk about all the time. Board games, RPGs, feelings, video games, cameras, music, books, movies. Who knows? Whatever's kind of going on in my life, that is what you're going to get. It's funny, recording this, I feel a little like I'm making my, welcome to my YouTube channel. But I've done this before. It's just a weird and different kind of content. It's always a little bit funny doing vlogs, just in general. It's not the kind of content that I kind of grew up on, in the sense that I started creating RPG content, right? Roleplay was the first time that I had ever really seriously sat down and been like, yeah, I'm going to do something on camera that I care about for the sole purpose of someone else consuming it. I mean, to a degree, we all create content. Like, I had taken photographs before, I had done professional work in that regard. I've done some stuff in music. I've dabbled in theater, though not in a very long time. I wrote a play once. That's an interesting fact. I wonder if I have a copy of it anywhere. It was a weird conspiracy theory play about Freemasons. I'm going to be talking a lot more about conspiracies and me and what a weird teenager I was in a later vlog. Don't let me forget. But yeah, it's interesting for me with vlogging because I watch so much of it, right? I tune into other people's vlogs. I watch photography vlogs where people just hang out and talk about the photos they're shooting and stuff. And it, to me, somehow seems like a different kind of content, right? Like, it's like watching a TV show or watching a movie. I'm so used to seeing it as something that other people do that I kind of forget that, like, no, Adam, that's something you do. You did it every month for a year, and then you did it every day for a month, and you're doing Vlogmas again, and people tune in, they watch, but it is interesting to me how different it feels. I'm certainly not uncomfortable just talking to myself, right? Talking on camera, but I'm talking as myself about myself, and that I think is the weird bit. I don't have any characters to hide behind. I can't pretend like, yeah, I'm talking about this thing, but through the vector of a character, right? It's like how philosophers wrote fictional novels to express their philosophy instead of just writing essays. Like, obviously a lot of philosophers wrote essays, but it feels to me a little bit different, where in this case I'm kind of giving people access, and by people I mean you right now, to the kind of inner thinkings in my brain. And that feels at once both like incredibly narcissistic and also kind of like vulnerable. And it's weird how it can be both things, that I can feel both of those things at once. I don't want to get too like meta vlog about it, but it is weird. And I think it's kind of a nice opportunity to take the month, to take December, and to like talk about stuff that I might not otherwise, you know? So I guess part of that is that I'm making this content not just for myself. This isn't a like, well, if you're watching this, I must be dead. I leave all of my worldly possessions to the grave. Just burn everything I own. Just put it in a hole and light it on fire. It's not... It's one of those things where I'm making this content for you, and I want to make things, I want to talk about things that you find interesting. So this is your opportunity. If you've always wondered, like, what does Adam think about topic, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Let me know in the comments. Please be kind. My YouTube comments have been kind of a minefield this last year, and I guess later in this month, when I'm feeling a little more introspective, I might talk about that, about like how things have changed from last year to this year. But I want it to be fun. I want it to be something where you can get to know me better as a person, and where I get to just kind of hang out and shoot the shit and talk about whatever I want. I don't do a lot of like just chatting content, so this is your opportunity. So don't be shy, reach out, let me know what you want me to talk about, ask me some questions, and we will hopefully have a very lovely holiday month together. So I hope you're excited. I know I am. It's Vlogmas, and we're doing it again. So I hope you enjoy. Make sure you throw the channel a subscription, you give me a follow, and you'll be able to keep up to date on all of the stuff that I'm doing. Now, for the channel, there's going to be the usual stuff, right? We're going to keep doing first looks. We're going to keep doing the Iron Sworn solo RPG, which is a thing I just started and I'm enjoying a lot. I'll probably talk about that more in another video. We're going to be doing the regular video game playthroughs. So if you're watching this kind of in time as they're releasing, we're going to finish with Control probably mid to late December. We're going to roll into Outer Worlds, and I'm going to run the playthrough of that, and then we'll do a Death Stranding playthrough. So video game content still totally happening. Office hours, Hot for Teacher, all the usual stuff. I'm just going to try to record one of these little 10-minute videos every day for the rest of the month. So I hope that you will join me, and that if you do, I hope you have a good time. Thanks for coming. Buckle up. It's Vlogmas.